Hi, I'm Jimmy from Where Nelly. This is Nelly, and today I wanted to talk about the calcium-phosphorus ratio. So if you've ever looked at the side of a packet of dog food and wondered what the Ca:(P) is all about, this is the video for you. So you can see it on Where Nelly dog food. I don't know whether that will come into focus or not. There we go. Yeah, so it's Ca:(P). It's the calcium-phosphorus ratio. So calcium, phosphorus, both super important in your dog's diet. You get phosphorus mostly from red meat, calcium from bone, but there's a whole heap of different sources. They both do different things in the body. Obviously, the bones and teeth in your dog are made of calcium, so it's super important. But also, actually, calcium regulates the nervous system and the heartbeat. So you definitely want that in there. Phosphorus is a little bit more subtle. It helps the production of bone rather than being used to build the bones, but it's actually got quite a wide variety of uses. So they're both super important, and you definitely want them in the right ratio in your dog's diet. So that's what this calcium-phosphorus ratio is all about. So that ratio, in its optimal form, so the best form is 1.2 to 1.4 parts calcium to 1 part phosphorus. So I know that sounds a little bit confusing, so think about it like this. You need slightly more calcium in the diet than phosphorus. And incidentally, those values are defined by the 2006 NIC guidelines. That's the most scientific, evidence-based numbers we have. So that's what we're basing this on. So if you look at Where Nelly dog food, you can see that we're balanced to 1.3, if it goes into focus. 1.3 is to 1. So it's right in the middle of that optimal range. So that's perfect. It's perfect for healthy dogs. So there's a few things that can influence that ratio. I don't want to go into all of them today, but the one that I do want to talk about is the source of calcium. So calcium comes from a bunch of different sources, food and otherwise, and they're not all treated the same by the body. So for this guy here, we grind up organic chicken bone as a source of calcium. In the green goat, we use pastured eggshell. So it's actually the eggshells that are left over from this recipe. We grind them up into calcium powder. What's great about them is they're both super bioavailable. Your dog's body can absorb them, can use them. So that's what you want. But quite a few of the big dog food manufacturers use something called food grade calcium carbonate. This is not readily bioavailable, not easily absorbed by your dog's body. So while it might say that it's there on the pack, and in a sense it is, there is the calcium there, but your dog can't absorb it, and that can create issues. So as always, check the ingredients of anything you feed yourself or your dog so you know what you're getting. I also wanted to say you should still feed raw meaty bones a couple of times a week minimum. Don't worry about this throwing off that ratio. Your average raw meaty bone is about 1-to-1 ratio, so it isn't really going to change the overall balance of calcium to phosphorus in the diet. So yeah, you should definitely do that. So there you go, calcium, phosphorus. I hope that explains what the ratio is all about. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them.